Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to another video. I'm going to go over what makes a firearm legal and illegal. I got a request of, an answer, so I thought I'd make a video. No gun is illegal. I'll say that. There is no gun that's illegal unless you break legislation, which I don't believe there's much legislation. Any gun is legal with the paperwork. Now, there are some, I don't know exactly the law, I'm not a lawyer, but things like sawed-off shotguns, I know that's that's illegal. I guess short-barreled rifles are illegal to own. I'll go back to the short-barrel rifle thing, because you may think this is a short-barrel rifle, but this is actually identified as an AR pistol. And I will show you why it's an AR pistol instead of a short-barreled rifle for a couple things on it. Let's get into it. So when I say any firearm is legal, I mean if you have the paperwork for it, you fill out all you need, and you get the green light to go. That's how you know a gun is legal. However, when you go around and buy, from a non-FFL, which is a firearm dealer license, then you're kind of buying off someone, let's say suppressor off someone, or let's say an actual automatic off someone, then it's illegal because they may have the paperwork, but you do not have the paperwork saying it's in your possession and you went through all the legal class 3 firearm standards, or you have your SOT, which is like if you sell firearms, you can apply for the SOT after, I believe, a few years. You might get it right away, but it's a lot of paperwork where you can legally build and sell fully automatic firearms to people with licenses. Now, for a fully automatic route, you could do the FFL, or you could go class 3. And what a class 3 license is, it allows you to basically have any automatic firearm. That means you could own a full-on machine gun with that. The problem is the process. Now, there's many steps. One is filling out the right kind of paperwork. You want to fill out the right kind of form. I believe it's the ATF Form 4, if I'm not mistaken. And you usually get tax stamped, which I don't know how much on a full auto. I think it's $200, to be honest, because I know for a suppressor it's $200. Short-barreled rifle, I believe, is $200, and that. So there's no such thing as an illegal firearm. Now, every firearm is legal, right? Every firearm is legal if you have the right paperwork. Now, let me say, with the correct paperwork and the correct green light from the ATF. If you go for full auto and the ATF declines, or the government declines you from having one, and you have a full auto, that's a felony. Same thing if you're denied a suppressor and you build your own suppressor without, going through and getting that paperwork and stuff like that, then you broke the law. That's a felony. Same thing, short-barreled rifles, you have them without the tax stamp, felony. Now, each state is going to be different. It's hard to say what gun the steps. I know in some states, this AR pistol, or some counties, this is deemed illegal to own. I know Chicago, it's illegal to own. I forgot what other. In New York, you can't have this. California, you can't have this. But the state I'm in, I can legally own it. I don't know the exact states that do or don't. I'd say, what states are you allowed to have a AR pistol? I'll go over what classifies an AR pistol compared to a regular AR-15. Pretty sure you can buy AR-15s everywhere. There might be a round max in a mag. Like, I believe for California, it's 10 in a mag. For anything that's semi, which is a little ridiculous in my opinion, but it is what it is. So each state's different. Each state, you're allowed to have a gun at a certain age. I know the state I'm in, you can get you could buy a pistol legally from a private seller if there's like a bill of sale, etc. At 18. You could be gifted, which means someone could go to a gun shop, buy it for you and basically gift it to you. Long guns are 18, which is basically anything that's 16-inch or higher. Shotguns, I don't know about shotguns, etc. But I'm gonna go over kind of that's an intro to it all. Is like I said, depending on what state you're in and what paperwork is required, you can pretty much get any gun as long as it's allowed by state. Now, don't go off and buy an illegal firearm. Do your research. This is why I hate doing legal videos, because every state is different with their firearm mandates and what's allowed and what's not allowed. So I'm just going to go with, I'm in Missouri, so I'm able pretty much to buy any AR pistol I want, have a full drum, 150 round magazine on it at all times. In some areas I can legally carry openly. I don't carry openly. I have my concealed carry, and even I don't really carry that much. Just because I don't really live in an area where I feel like I need to carry. You know, to me, it's a little extreme to carry right now. But I do have, and it's good for 5 years. And the whole concealed carry thing in Missouri is you don't have to do a class like you do in some states. You can just go to the sheriff's office or the county where you got your concealed carry. Maybe, I don't know the steps, but renew it that way. It's like a $50 renewal fee. And then it's like a $25 address change fee or whatnot. And by the time 5 years pass by, I'll probably be at a different address. So, each state's going to be different for paperwork. Like I said, in some states, this right here, you cannot touch, or you'll immediately have a felony. If this is anywhere in certain states, I don't remember or recall which states, but if this is caught in the hands of anyone in any of the states that doesn't allow it, it's a felony. But yeah, we're going to go over why this particular is an AR pistol, not a short-barreled rifle. So, like I said, anything that's a 16, I think it's 16 to 16.5, somewhere around there. If it's over 16 inches, I believe that's a rifle. But if it's under 16 inches, like if it's a 15-inch barrel, basically it's a short barrel to be a pistol because it's more concealable. There are certain rules and regulations. So it's also an AR pistol because this right here is a brace. And it's a brace because I'll tell you, the reason these were passed, right, and they're not short barreled is because the little slot in there and the little Velcro strap allows someone who is disabled to shoot an AR platform firearm, right? That's the whole reason why it's an AR pistol, not a short-barreled rifle. And there's also other things too that's ATF approved. I don't really know the exact, but that's the main thing you can tell. A short-barrel rifle is basically an AR-15 with a stock, which a stock means just a flush back. There's nowhere you insert your arm at all, or there's no Velcro to it. And that's a stock. I believe you can get a stock with the same adjustable thing or a stock that's non-adjustable. So you can't just slip one arm through it and shoulder. Because the whole point of an AR pistol is not shoulder all the time. It's a pistol that has an AR similar, round. So this is basically this is a 10.5 inch barrel. It's got an angled grip, and I'll explain why it's got an angle and not a foregrip. It's got a hollow sun. I believe that's a 510C up top. And it's got, this is a PSA 10.5 inch. I love this thing to death. I'll do a review on it later on. I think I have a filmed review already, but I'll do an actual review on it later. But the reason why this right here is not a short-barreled rifle, like I said, it's got a brace, meaning if I undo this Velcro strap, I can easily slide my hand through. And this right here, it may look like it's a stock, but as you can see, it's just rubberized. It's supposed to look like a stock, but it acts like a brace. So I could slip my arm through it and Velcro my arm to it and shoot it one-handed. You can't do that with a regular stock. The brace is there so you can basically brace on your arm and tighten it. So for those who have disabilities, the original plan is for those who have disabilities, they can still use it. Now, as of today, in Missouri, where I'm at, now I don't know where you're at, you are legally allowed to shoulder at any time. Now, it may change when you see this, but I know the ATF is trying to get it to be where you can't shoulder it. And what shouldering means is it allows you to use it like an actual rifle. The ATF hates that. So, that's that dilemma right there. It's supposed to have a certain inch, whatever. This does extend. I'm not going to do it because it's going to put it off balance. But yeah. So moving on. If I wanted to put a foregrip, which is the I don't have one. So like, take this soda bottle. So it's basically going to be a grip that's up and down like the soda bottle and not angled as is here. If I were to put that on this firearm, I would have to get a tax stamp saying this is a short-barreled rifle, because it cannot be 90 degrees. It can't be over a certain inch, and it cannot be a 90-degree grip. This right here is an M-lock system. I have a foregrip, but you can't legally put a foregrip on a rifle length, an actual like firearm, unless it's a short-barreled rifle and you do the paperwork. You wait the couple 2, 3, 4, 5, however long it is, to get it, and then you could basically put a stock on it and you could basically put a foregrip. But you can put a foregrip on a barrel that's 16 to 16.5 inches or higher. I always get that number confused, either 16 inch or 16.5. I've heard a couple different things. I would just stick with 16.5. My other AR is a 20-inch barrel. Bought that for competition eventually. Just got to get a scope for it. And that one, if I wanted to, I could put a foregrip because that's long in that 16.5-inch barrel. I have an AK. That's a regular AK. I believe it's a 17.5-inch barrel. It's an AK. It's a rifle. I got that with no problem. The other thing is, this is technically ATF classifies as a pistol. Now, I know it's technically a carbine, but the ATF classifies as a pistol. So if you want to go to a firearm dealer and buy one of these, you cannot, because it is classified as a pistol, because that is a pistol brace on a barrel less than 16 inches. You have to be 21 in the state of Missouri to go. I believe it's 21 for federal age to buy a pistol. And this is technically, it's not a handgun, but it's classified as a pistol. I don't know why it's classified that. It's just the way the ATF works. So yeah, you have to be 21 to buy from a registered firearm dealer. Like I said, someone can gift it to you. I think I've never really been gifted anything except for my grandfather's 22 long rifle revolver. It was inherited, but I don't know. But all I know is what makes a gun legal and illegal is paperwork. If you don't have the paperwork for something that requires paperwork, it's illegal. If you have the paperwork for something that you need paperwork for, and the government says you can go get it, like if you want a legal switch on a Glock, I hate those YouTube shorts with people with illegal switches. You can buy switches and put them on if you have the correct licensing, right? But the majority of people on YouTube do not have the right licensing, and it kills me. You can tell because it's easy to tell those who have it and who don't. And I wouldn't even mess with a switch to begin with because it could mess the entire gun up. It could fly off. If you get pulled over by the police and they see you have a gun, handgun with a switch on it, and you can't present them with the correct paperwork, felony. So really, it depends on what your state you're in. Some states you can't even own an AR pistol. Some states you can't have more than 10 rounds per mag. So it's a state thing, but the main thing is to get full auto. It depends on your state and depends on if you have the paperwork or not. That makes it legal or illegal. Like I said, if this was a short-barreled rifle, or if I wanted a foregrip, I would have to get this approved as a short-barreled rifle. I just would, for one little attachment on there, for a foregrip, right? Because it's easier to control than an angled grip, because the way the angled grip works is you have to hold it like this. You can't hold it straight like this, right? So that's a lot hard to control when you rapid fire. I'm not saying the AR platform in general is pretty easy to control. But yeah, that's why an angle grip is allowed. Nothing that's fully 90 degrees. You just can't. Anything that you can hold. I believe, I forgot what finger it is, but I think it's past your middle finger maybe. Or maybe your pointer. Yeah, it's definitely has to be past your middle finger, I think. I don't know the exact law, but that's how I can tell. Also, a gun shop will tell you what you can or can't have on it legally. But yeah, so paperwork is the biggest thing that you can tell if it's legally able to have it or not. The state laws you're in. Like I said, if I took this to Illinois, I could not shoot it. It would be a felony, and no one from Illinois can technically shoot it at all. You know, even, I don't know the deal, but if someone has their hands on this and they're an Illinois resident, it's illegal. If it's in their possession, it's illegal. But I think if they come over to Missouri and they shoot it, it's not. I'm not sure how that works, but yeah, that's kind of my review of what makes a gun legal, what makes it illegal. So it's a little bit tricky depending on what state you live in, but I hope you found this educational. Just kind of showing off my new piece. Yeah, so that's this video, and if anything new pops up, have any questions, I'll let you know. In the meantime, you guys have a good Thanksgiving, and I shall see you all in the next video.